My dear leader, the one and only, the Right Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit. This is me, your dear friend, the leader of the tribe of Ham, the founder of God's electronic army, the avenging army of François Makandal, and GEA Press. As I come today to speak to you and to the rest of the audience and to announce on Sunday prayer meeting the beginning of the new militancy. A new militancy because in order to bring change about in the world, we need militancy. We need militarism because today the problems of the world cannot be solved by dialogue anymore. And we are coming to the point when we have to resort to military force and to military power. It has never been our preference for military confrontation or to introduce violence into anything. But it is becoming more and more clear and apparent and necessitated that such actions may be necessary. And though I be an old man in this age and in this time, as you get older, you're getting closer to death, and you must not fear death, and you must not let anyone intimidate you with the thought that they will kill you and that you cannot do anything because you're afraid to die, because we are all destined to die. And it is better to die in battle, to die as a martyr in the cause of God, in the cause of Allah, in the cause of Jehovah, in the cause of the Jewish people. I came today to say a few things to you. You see, this is an AK-47 made by the Chinese people. I want you to know not just you and your little ragtag army in Dominica have access to weapons. We have access to weapons. We have access to chemical weapons. We have access to chemistry. We are able to get and to be trained by Iran, who wants to spread their revolution all over. And they will arm us with Shahid. Shahid means martyrdom drones. So the drone only goes in one direction, it does not come back. And if it need be that we make our minds up that this is what we want to do, we can do it because man, what man has done, man can do. And if you put your mind to something, one man, one woman can make a drastic and radical change in the world. So why do I show this to you? Not because we are planning for war or we are coming for war, but I want you to know that you do not have a monopoly on force. No state in the world today has a monopoly of force, not in the United States of America, not anywhere in the world. And every citizen have a right to stand up and fight and to fight oppression. But what I wanted to talk to you about really was we noticed something you said in a campaign, and it's been a few years now. You proudly said that if your family needed health care, you can take them overseas to get health care. And I know that you have a presence in the United States. You have two children who are anchor babies, United States citizens. And we know secretly that you hold documents to allow you entry into the United States, as does your wife. So it took us a while to put an analysis to that statement, that the average people in Dominica, of course, they cannot go overseas for medical care. They might be able to go to Martinique or Guadeloupe, and it's very limited what they have access to. And of course, if you come down with prostate cancer, spleen cancer, throat cancer, the cost is exorbitant. It's exorbitant. And then I thought to myself, the people who live and work in the United States of America or in Canada and who have access to health insurance, when they go for medical care, they have to pay a copay. They have to first pay the insurance premium. Then they have to pay a copay to see the doctor. They have to pay a copay for the surgery. They have to pay a copay for the medicine. And I ask myself, how does a man who is a prime minister of a banana republic that is not a real country? You don't run a country, sir. You have an artificial creation that was made for you by your colonial masters, by the British. And you people are so neo-colonized, you bought into it. And to this day, you are following and practicing the traditions that your colonial masters imposed upon you. You haven't changed anything. You are not a revolutionary. And now are your government, and now are the people around you, and now are the people of the society. The people of the society. I look at the people in parliament, and I look at all the people sitting in here, and they are boo-way, they are stone-faced. They don't even know how to smile, how to be happy, how to have pleasantry. And they should be happy and have pleasantry because you won the election and you're forming a new government. But the other thing I came to realize that even your government is illegal. You are not taking the proper oath of office. The oath of office is not I pledge allegiance to the government, to the Commonwealth of Dominica, according to the laws. When you take the oath of office, you're supposed to say, I pledge to uphold the laws and to abide by the Constitution. And this so help me God bullshit. Who the fuck is God? There's no fucking God but you and I. So why the fuck you all in a Bible written by a fucking homosexual King George V saying I swear allegiance to the common? No, you have to swear to uphold the laws and the Constitution, and that is a fucking proper oath of office. So how the fuck are you and your family able to go and get health care in America, in Miami? How do you afford that on your salary, which is a typical salary that an average worker will make? Some of the people who work in the United States make way more money than you. An average worker getting paid $200,000, $250,000, $300,000 a year, and they still have to suffer to pay for health care. So I want to know how you and Melissa Jr. and Sky Jr. can go overseas for health care, and the average people on the island can barely you build hospitals, you send people to study to become doctors, and our people are sick and cannot get the proper health care. I want you to answer that question. The next question I want you to answer, I want you to be honest with the people about the banking system in Dominica. And I want those of you who are listening and who answer to know that Dominica is in trouble and that the banks are in trouble. First Caribbean has gone up belly up. Royal Bank has gone belly up. Scotia Bank have withdrawn. There's only one bank in Dominica, which is the National Bank of Dominica. And then the credit union system. So something is happening. Something is happening. I'm telling you because when Hurricane Maria hit, when Ross University left, you always have to have a little sip. This is a Corona. I love the taste of beer. Mm. Beer is good for you. Soothes your throat. Has a nice aroma and a nice taste. We have decided to become militant. The voodoo movement, the voodoo warriors, the Makandalists who defeated the French colonialists in Haiti. And I understand you are oppressing my Haitian people on the island of Dominica and discriminating against them, but you wouldn't discriminate against an Arab. You wouldn't discriminate against a Chinese. You give them carte blanche. But our people who come to strengthen you and to give you new blood and to show you what it means to be industrial and stop being lazy, you want to treat them bad. And I tell you, one day the Haitian people will rule Dominica. And with my help, I will see to it. What about my friend Blackmore? I thought you took him out of office. He was no longer elected, but I see you making him a minister of something. I don't know. I will check later. I have so much business to do. I can't keep up with you all. You all are too fucking whatever for me. But I'm telling you this. How do you afford to take your family for medical care overseas on your prime minister's salary? Many people speak of you. They say you are involved in graft. You're one of the. They have a new calypso called the dictatorship, and that you're one of the richest men in the Caribbean. I want you to know that money was made to be spent on the people who care for and the people that are of thing to us. So if you have billions of dollars, you should take that money. Excuse me. If you have billions of dollars, you should take that money and you should do well things for the people, and you should spend it, because when you won't be able to enjoy it. Your wife is getting fat, by the way. She eating too damn much. Eating too much, and your children are getting fat because you all are eating off the hog. You all are so damn greedy and taking everything for yourself. And we don't like pigs. Pigs and hogs are made to be slaughtered. So if you're going to be a hog, eventually you'll be slaughtered. Not by us, because we're not involved in that. While we are militants and while we give the Sunday sermon holding an AK-47 to let the world know, not just you, but everyone here in the United States of America who are looking to kill the Negro people and to attack the voodoo movement. We want them to know too that we are ready to resist and to fight to our last blood and to our last breath. And as I am becoming an older man, death, you see, it has killed the Negroes, the police on the road, and it will kill you in the store and in the public, and that's why you have to be prepared. Whether it's a little penknife, whether it's a jabot foncé, I have a jabot foncé and it's rusty, and I carry it so one day I can just slit somebody and slit their fucking throat when they come upon me. But I want you to know, Mr. Minister, the other information that the Rich Voodoo movement is about the scholarships, the students, and the loan. One young lady in Dominica told me, she said, Peter, it doesn't matter what you look like. If you go to get a loan, you go to Aid Bank, you go to NBD, the loan officer wants to intercost you. I will not say the word fuck. I will use the word intercost because I am a man of the book and a man of the faith, a man who is of the Lord. And so they want to intercost you. And then I'm told that in the giving of scholarships, in the giving of loans, you are so entangled. You see, just now you made a new person the Minister of Finance. I guess you're trying to create possible deniability. You're too damn ignorant all those years to know that you don't serve as Minister of Finance, you don't sign checks, you don't steal money with your name on it, because then you can be held accountable. You have to put somebody else to do that work so you can say it wasn't you. It's called possible deniability. That's what the senators do. That's what the Congress people do. That's why you got that man right now who's lying so much. And he got elected. He says he's not going to resign. And I don't blame him, because all people in politics are corrupt. And if he's in Washington, he's in the light press. That's where corrupt people are. Even Eddie Murphy made a movie about it either in the 90s or the late 80s called Something Gentleman. And he said, yeah, well, I need to be in Washington. That's where all the corrupt people are. In case you're wondering, this is a loaded clip. Okay, 30 rounds. And we got about, I've since increased it to make sure I have 100 magazines, and each magazine is loaded. Okay, each magazine is loaded because when the shit come, you ain't got time. You don't have time. So you have to be ready. Because when they come for you, whether in your house, on the street, when you're driving, you have to have your gun with you. You have to have your machine gun with you. Because if you get into a shootout, you want to be able to overwhelm the enemy and you want to be able to dominate. That's what one of those little crazy niggas, he say he was born in Dominica, and he on Facebook and every other picture he have is him shooting. He with some women shooting. He's with his son or his nephew or his niece, just shooting, as if he doesn't have a penis. You see, I have another theory too about little penis syndrome. I don't want to talk about little penis syndrome and penis sizes and the penis size of very tall men and egotistical men and why they have to use their positions of power. But what I want to tell you is that students whom you send to the United States and now they graduate, they say they're coming to help you to build your island, which is not a country. It's not a country. Stop calling it a country. A country has a military, a country has an air force, a country has a navy. When its citizens are in trouble, they can send the navy, they can send the military to get their people. You cannot do that. All you can do is use your police to oppress local people, to go after people like Fontaine, to go after people like whoever it is you think are a threat to you. But the reason why you can do that is because those people don't resist and those people don't know how to hit back. So you see, when you come to Dominica, police is threatening you. And I look at the police, I say, look, sir, I know where you live. I know your mother and your sister and your brother. Why you think you're gonna beat me? If you beat me, you must kill me because after I recover, am coming for you. I do not fear you, but you should fear me. Always. Fear me like you pretend to fear God and to fear Jesus. You touch one hair on my body, I will get you. I will get you. So here's the thing. Some of the students say that you actually tried to intercourse them, and you did intercourse a good many in order to approve their scholarships and to approve their loans. And I have their names and I have their testimony. And as you know, in this world today, women who are claiming that they have been abused, even though they have cooperated or whatever, but now they say, hey, look, you use your power and you sexualize them just to approve a loan for them and to send them. And then now they're in America and they graduate, they don't want to come back. So they think the United States don't owe you all to keep your people here and to give them residency and to give them work. They said they came to study to go back. Why are they not going back? Why are they not coming back? Do you not have jobs for them? Do you not have opportunities for them? Did you send them to study the wrong type of discipline? Anyway, brother Prime Minister and sister Second Lady, who is your wife, and that criminal you have as the president. You know, when I was a young man, I had wanted to go ahead and take over that little island, but since I've gotten older and I've enjoyed life and felt the sweetness of different varieties of women and nice food and good drink, I have since realized that it's not a very great ambition because in the United States of America, you could, if you aspire and you work well enough, you could control a company, you could control a city. I could become mayor, I could become um, what they call it, the city manager, and you have a much bigger budget than the entire island of Dominica. You know, you're handling billions of dollars, you're handling government, federal government money, which are billions of dollars, and you can channel it to your friends in contracts, and you can get your kickbacks when you get out of office. So you can even get it while you're in office. Excuse me. It makes for a better life than to be trying to worry about running a diminishing kingdom because your kingdom have very few people. I see it's kind of a weekend. I watch the videos and it's sparsely, it's very sparse. They're not people, there are not enough people there. When I look at the celebrations in Brazil, I look even at the Bavarian Carnival, I look at the Carnival in Venice, in Italy, and the people are so sophisticated and the costumes are so nice. And down in your place, all they do is wine and grind, bump and grind. And after this carnival season, there'll be so many people pregnant, so many children bow out of wedlock. But the purpose of this message today is one, how do you afford the healthcare? Second, the bank is about to implode and you're not telling the people. Thirdly, the way that you are so hands on with passing out the loans and the fact that a lot of these young women have had to have sex with you and sex with Austria and sex with the permanent secretary and the minister of education and so on and so forth. And this is a disgrace. As leaders and as elder men and as elder statesmen, these are not things we should be engaging in. And I'll tell you what, judgment will come. Judgment doesn't always come when, sometimes it takes a while. It might come in the form of an illness, it might come in the form of exile, but whatever it is, it will come. And if I have spoken it, you have to know it's going to come. And so the last thing I want you to know is that we have a new militancy, and we are ready to wage the jihad for the sake of Allah, jihad fisabilillah, jihad fisabilillah, jihad fisabilillah, jihad for the sake of God and for the sake of mankind and for humanity. And as you can see, I'm still speaking from the bed because you don't want me to stand up. Because when I stand up and I get into formation, then we know we're marching on and that the jihad is in full scale. And with that said, I want to thank you for looking at me and for listening to my message and for bringing me into your home, into your toilet, on your phone, where you're driving on the road. Pay attention to the road. And I want you to know that I am the messenger of Allah, the messenger of God. I am the messenger of François. And before my departure, I intend to effect change one way or the other. I know a lot of you think I'm just a crazy person and that I do not have the means, I do not have what it takes. But I have what it takes because I'm a very handsome old man. I carry a big stick and I speak softly. I carry a big stick and I speak softly. And today I announce the beginning of the new militancy. And I hope that I will have your support. I hope that you will cooperate and you'll listen to the advice of your spiritual leader, your spiritual guide, and your moral guide. And I hope that you will cease and desist. You probably run out of money for scholarships, but stop trying to intercourse young women in exchange for scholarship and in exchange for loans, and discipline the people that work for you and tell them that life is not trying to fuck every ugly woman in the world. God bless you. I bless you. Bobby knows Bobby Scum.